Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Haley. I'm a cashless budgeted recent graduate and caregiver who's working on her relationship with finances as well as working towards financial freedom. I thank you guys for joining me today, and this is the first paycheck or part-time paycheck breakdown for the month of March. I am going to be working through my budget as well as cash stuffing related challenges in this video. Gosh, I still have the hiccups. You'd think I'd be over them by now, but they're still here. So we're just going to jump right into it. Hope you guys can see it very well. I've been trying to zoom in a little bit, so you guys can see as I write, because I also know I cover up the numbers and such because I'm left-handed, as I'm writing. So hopefully you guys can see this. If not, please let me know down in the comments. Alright, so for the first paycheck of March, I budget $250 for all of my part-time checks because I know at minimum is probably what I will receive. There's a door. Given the fact that I have fluctuating hours from time to time. I don't know if someone's moving technically behind me right now, but there is a lot of slamming doors and noise going on. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Anyway, so first check of March ended up bringing in $339.58. For my direct loan, I try to budget at least $200 every month. Right now, these are extra payments that are going towards principal while this injunction is happening. And then once it restarts and interest kicks back in, then payments may look a little different. But anyway, this check, I decided to send $250 towards my student loan. And then for tithes, I budget $25, again based on this $250, but I decided to round up this time, so I rounded it up to $34. And I consider that my only bill. I try not to or keep as many bills off of my part-time check since it's fluctuating and I see it as extra. I don't have official bills that are associated or that I associate with my part-time check. Alright, remaining we'll come back to in a minute. Excuse me, y'all. Alright, so jumping down to retirement. This is a Roth 401k investment through my part-time work. And I'm right now only really tracking what is taken out of my check before I see the net income I make, because I'm not fully vested. I haven't been with the company long enough to be fully vested in their retirement. So even though they're matching my retirement contributions, it's not technically mine if I were to leave the company for whatever reason. Alright, so from this check, $24.16 went into my Roth 401k. And then we're going to go to sinking funds. So from this check, I just funded my big ticket binder. As you guys know, it's my sloth binder. And a future home. Excuse me, y'all. In future home. So I did put $30 from my last check of February into my big ticket binder, but I hadn't actually distributed any of those funds into my challenges that are in my big ticket binder. So I usually budget $25 for said binder, but I decided to only put $15 from this check in order for me to combine it with what I've already put at the end of February to then have mass funds to put into both my monthly rounding challenge and the rest of the challenge envelopes that are in there. Alright, and then future home, which was placed on here in case I had any extra, and I decided to put $35 into future home. So once all of that was said and done, I had a rollover amount of $5.58 that I kept in my account. Alright, so that is about it for this check. Mentally double checking my math, and that zeroes out. Alright, so now we're going to get to the cash stuffing and actually doing the challenges in my big ticket binder. One second, let me clean this up a bit. Alright, so for my future home binder, I've decided to have both my full and part-time funds to go into my 100K down payment challenge, which I know is going to be a slower progression, but that is fine. So currently in the challenge, we have $50, $70, $90, and adding the $35, excuse me, will make it $125. So I am just going to go ahead and keep a 20 and exchange the rest of this very quickly. See if I can grab some extra bills. I don't need that much. Alright, so in my 100K down payment challenge, or as you hear me call it, my DDC challenge, because that's originally what this envelope was, but I'm focusing on down payment. Alright, so thus far it has 125. And as you guys would see in my last video last week, I had $10 that I decided to hold and not mark off in the physical book itself. This is the 100K Savings Challenge book, and so I decided to put the 35 and 10 together to make 45 to mark off more of the higher numbers, or at least mark off this high 35 and the 10. So all of this added together is 125 thus far. Alright, I'm going to try to get the higher number, so the 30s and 35s done first, but never know. An effort will be made at least. Alright, so that is all that I'm stuffing in here in my DDC challenge. Alright, and now time for my big ticket binder. So with the 15 I'm putting in here this week, plus the 15 left over from last week, and I even wrote myself an IOU to make sure I didn't forget. There should be 30 in here. There's going to be 5 that's going in this monthly challenge in the front. I round down in every month, so $5 will be going into merch. And that's my neighbor's hound, by the way, if you hear her too. And then flipping back to my challenges, we should have $25 here. So that's 5, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, another 10, so that's 20. And then it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 25. Hey y'all, so I rearranged the desk a little bit because there's a horrible glare off these laminate cards, and so I just flipped them around, so I hope the glare is okay, or at least manageable. So what we're going to do is focus on my travel and retirement challenges in here. Travel is the Our Unique World scratch off bundle I got as like a Oops Essie, let's say. Etsy listing. Well, guys, from Teach, Save, and Travel. I'll leave her channel down in the description below. So, in the scratch off bundle, we started with the Easter Island scratch off. I just rolled a dice and scratched it off, but since this and the retirement challenges are the only ones I'm doing today, gosh, as soon as I start talking fast, I get a lisp. But anyway, I think I am just going to scratch off, or see if I can scratch off at least 2 of these. So alright, we scratched off those 2. We scratched off a 9 and a 7, which is going to be $16. Should probably invest in a vacuum. So we'll put 5, 10, 12, 14, 16 into this challenge. And I will more than likely condense this later. So that's there. And then we'll be going to the Flower Farm Box Challenge. This is from my budgeting bestie Maddie at Floating Funds. And these funds are going into my future funds binder for retirement. Alright, since we have the cards here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a 6-sided dice. But instead of picking 6 cards, because again I think we're limited on funds, I am just going to roll it. 1 and 5 will be 1 card, 2 and 4 will be 2 cards, and 3 and 6 will be 3 cards. Alright, so we have 1 card. And it is for Pink Dahlias. Let's see, the Pink Dahlias are on the front card. And they're $16. What I'm doing with this farm box challenge, at least the first time go around, is I'm just adding the 2 numbers together. So 6 plus 1 will be 7. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, $7 going into the farm box challenge. I'll put that to the side. Alright, and we only have $2 left. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go ahead and stick them into the Stream Here challenge. I don't have a specific denomination goal for this challenge yet. I am just stacking up dollar bills until I can focus on it. So thus far in the Dream Year challenge, we have $5, $6, $7, $8. And I'm not going to bother condensing that right now. Alright, that was honestly probably the cleanest I've ever done any of those challenges. Again, we'll probably invest in a vacuum at some point. Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll think about that. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. If you made this far in the video, please leave a flower emoji of any kind down in your comment below. And again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a blessed evening, morning, night, day, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.